Greetings, this is Charles Darwin, and I'm sitting in a patch of poison ivy. There's some. Aha. I'm here to talk to you about plant defenses against herbivores. Plants don't just sit back and let animals eat them. They have all kinds of defenses. Some plants have spines and thorns all over them that make them difficult to eat. Some plants have poisons in their leaves. The poisons are found mostly in the leaves rather than in the stems and roots because it's the leaves that are the most obvious. They're up in the sun carrying out photosynthesis, and those are the parts that the animals would most notice and would most chew upon. How do the plants keep from poisoning themselves, however, if their leaves are poisonous? The way they do it is they have the poisons inside of little sacs inside of the leaves, so that the poison is now actually in contact with the cellular material of the plants. But if an animal chews it, poison is released into the animal's mouth and digestive system. Everywhere you look, there are poisonous plants. You couldn't just go out in the forest and start eating things and expect to survive there. It wouldn't work, because nearly everything that you would find to eat would be poisonous unless you really knew what you were doing. In contrast, the agricultural plants that we use as food have been bred to have very little defenses, very few thorns and spines, very low levels of poisons. And so sometimes we get the impression that plants are all soft and easy to eat and friendly to animals, and that's not true. It's a war out there. The plants are defending themselves against the animals that would eat them. Now I need to tell you a little bit of irony. Poison ivy is not actually poisonous. The urushiol, which causes poison ivy in humans, is actually a chemical that is not poisonous to most animals. As a matter of fact, it's not poisonous to humans. What it does is it causes an allergic reaction. Your white blood cells react to it as if it's some horrible invading disease and causes all of the symptoms of poison ivy, all of the itching and running and all of the redness and swelling. So it's all a big mistake. Squirrels can eat the fruits of poison ivy. Deer eat the leaves. And so poison ivy isn't really poison. And yet most plants out in the wild actually are very well defended against animals that would eat them. This is Charles Darwin. Tally ho, and amen.